And today you can see I'm looking very casual. There's no makeup, no lashes. In my casual fit because we're talking all things advice. So this is basically, I would say, like 10 things I wish someone told me before year 11, because I know that most of you start like on Monday, I think, or some people start like even a week later than this, but the earlier you hear it, the better. So I've got all my notes on my other phone, and yeah, we're going to start. So first things first, I would say is that you should, this is like for my baddies, right? You should focus on your studies and not how you look. And like by that I mean, if you have time, like spare time in the morning, don't use it to do your makeup and put on your lashes and do this and do that and do this. Go through flashcards, do a practice paper, do practice questions. Please, like, this is not the time to do the most. Like, I'm not saying go to school looking bummy. Like, well, yeah, it would be fine if you did. Do you know what I mean? Like, just look normal. You don't need to do the most. Genuinely, it's not worth it because it's not gonna get you the grades. If you know you can be pretty, and still smart and get those grades, then go ahead in it. All I know is me that I like really, really care about how I look when I go outside. During GCSEs, that was not the case. Like, I didn't look bad, but I just didn't care. Like, I did not care about my appearance that much because I used to wake up at like 4 a.m. every day revising. So the looks really does not matter right now. It's just not the time. Like, you had time year 7 to year 10 to be looking cute and put together. You'll have time in year 12, maybe year 13, university, the rest of your life. So maybe, actually no, I would say the whole year keep it casual. Don't need the most. Because I was gonna say maybe like May to June you could just give it up, but no, you need to set it into a habit. You need to get into the habit of being comfortable in your natural stuff anyway. So yeah, I would say the entire year 11, just come as you are. So that goes for the boys as well, because I know boys, like, what's with you boys here, like and your obsession with like sponging your hair, doing all of that, doing this. I feel like boys really care about their appearance at school as well, so that goes for you guys as well. Just come to school with a durag if you're allowed it. My school, the boys are not allowed to wear durag in the last year, like. But then again, I mean, let's not let's not chatting about my school, because there was a lot of things wrong with it. But anyways, number 2 is do not rely on your friends to revise. Like, even if your friends are not revising, you should be revising. If your friend didn't go to the library today, that's not an excuse for you not to go to the library or not to do any work. Like, you know what? You can't just don't rely on them for anything, because even if your friends say, "Oh, I didn't revise," they did. They did. I promise you, they did. Like, genuinely, hand on my heart, they did. And I used to be one of those people who'd be like, "Oh, I didn't revise," but I did. Maybe not as like much as I usually would, but I still did. So don't take anyone's word for it. Genuinely, just revise. Guys, let me move a little to the. There you go. Just revise. Don't wait for them to revise. Do it yourself. Be independent. You don't need them to revise. And most of the time, I would say, like, don't even revise with your friends. I didn't like revising with my friends because even if they're not chatting to me, I'm a chatterbox. Like, I know I can't concentrate. I'm going to tell you about what I saw on the way to the library. I'm going to tell you what people are doing in the library right now. Like, I'll just tell you my whole life story just to get out of revision. So just do it alone, really. Be independent with it. And yeah, only revise with your friends if you know you guys can be serious and actually help each other, which is most of the time it's not the case. Like, let's be so for real. Like, let's be for real. It's just not gonna happen. But yeah. And then the third thing is that you should use your teachers and listen to every word they say. And what I mean by use your teachers is like get them to give you practice papers, you know. Oh, what's the other word? Past papers. Yeah, get them to give you past papers, practice questions, let them mark it, like use them, you know. If you can stay with them after school, please do. I regret not doing it with my maths teacher. I really should have, but I was too lazy. Obviously, if you know you're going to be too tired to stay after school, please just go home because it's not going to be worth it. But yeah, use your teachers. Literally use your I'm going to say again, use your teachers. Genuinely, it's so important and it's going to get you the top grades. Very much. Like, I know for French, I did use my teacher. I used her to bits, genuinely, and I ended up getting a 9. I'm not a native speaker. Nobody in my family speaks French, and I got a 9 in French. And I know native speakers who got less. So I'm not trying to brag, but you know, I put in the work and I use my teacher and I listen to everything they say. Like, if your teacher's telling you that what you just wrote is not going to get you the top marks, believe them. Like, don't be cocky. Genuinely, this is not the time to be cocky. If they say something is wrong with your piece of work, fix it, give it back to them. If something is wrong again, fix it and give it back to them. And you're going to keep doing that until they can't find anything wrong with it. And you're going to keep practicing that model because, like, they know what they're doing and they know what they're saying. Well, most of the time. There is some exceptional cases where, like, you really shouldn't be listening to them. But most of the time they know what they're saying and they know how to help you because that is their job. They get paid to help you. So use them and listen to them. Like, stop beefing with your teachers. Like, I feel like beefing in year 11, like, why? It's just so, like, I don't know. I hate people do that. Anyone who beef with their teacher, just, especially like during lesson, like, why are you starting an argument in lesson? Like, people are actually trying to learn. People are trying to learn. I'm not even joking. People are actually trying to learn, especially those science lessons. Just shut up. Just shut up. I know, like, science is so unserious. I mean, I would know because in year 10, all I did in science was sit on the tables and just talk to everyone who would talk to me. But year 11, I did try to settle down. I'm not gonna say I did, but that is because my school is unserious in the first place. But yeah, just shut up and listen and do your work. And that links back to, like, the next point, which is just that when you make a mistake, just correct it as soon as you can. Like, if you what can I use as an example? Like, for English lit, right, you wrote a paragraph about Jekyll and Hyde, yeah, and you know that you're trying to get a top grade, but what you wrote just got you a grade 5. Cool, look at it. Why did you get a grade 5? What can you do to get a grade 6, 7, 8, even a 9, you know? And then just implement that in your work and keep going back to your teacher and letting them mark it, you know? And I know some teachers can be very lazy with, like, marking stuff. Just be on their I'm not going to say that word, it's a bad word. We're not cussing here. But yeah, just, this is your time to annoy them. You're allowed to, you know? Ask them every time you see them, oh, have you marked this? Have you done that? Have you done this? Because it's actually for your benefit and you need it. And this is not the time to be lazy for you or for them. Like, trust me. It'll also, like, give them a very good impression of you. Like, you're a serious student. And bear in mind, like, people are going to be writing your references. You want to make a good impression on everyone. Be friends with your teachers if you can. And yeah, just build that relationship because they will help you. Like, I'm not saying that if you don't have a good relationship with your teachers, they won't help you, but there's always, like, these little bits of information teachers only tell to the students that they like. I promise you that. Like, you want to be someone that everyone likes. Yes, that means being a teacher's pet. There's nothing wrong with being a teacher's pet. I will be a teacher's pet until the day I get out of education. I am so sorry. I am going to be my teacher's best friend. Like, when I am passing and you're failing, Just know what I told you, okay? And then you should always have something to revise with you, no matter where you're going to. I don't care if you're on the Jubilee line going to see your sneaky link. Do flashcards, do something, read something, but get something to revise wherever you are. Even if it's like listening to like a podcast. Like I used to listen to my English texts. I used to download them on my phone, and then on the Elizabethan line, you know how there's no service, like it would still play, and I'll be like, oh, okay, you know. I think I was listening to Macbeth. So do that. Always have something. It's so worth it, because you might think, oh, I'm not really taking anything in right now, but you are 100%, 100%. I promise you. Just glancing at something, or just, you know, if you're doing a language, do your vocab on the bus to school. Just do something. Or by the way, if you're doing a language, invest in Quizlet Plus. Is it Quizlet Plus or Pro? I don't know what it's called. Just the paid version of Quizlet. It's worth it. Trust me. I'm doing French again this year. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm doing the IB. So yeah, I'm doing French standard level, and I'm going to invest in the Quizlet Plus again because it saved my life. Genuinely, it's really, really good. Use it. So yeah. And then I would say, people are going to hate me for this one, especially because I'm a hypocrite and I didn't do this. Ditch socials. Ditch it. TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, everything. Ditch it. You don't need it. You don't need to worry about, oh, my friends are not going to text me. Babes, if they love you, they will iMessage you. I'm telling you now, you don't need socials. Please, even TikTok. Unless you're like, unless you're on your way to becoming an influencer, go ahead with your TikToks and that. But Snapchat, you do not need. You do not need to send your daily streaks. That's for children. Seriously, you don't need to. It's not going to benefit you. It's a distraction. It's a very big distraction. Genuinely, like I used to spend hours on Snapchat. Like I think my screen time for Snapchat was like 16 hours. Like I'm still addicted to it. I'm not gonna lie. I love talking to people. I text everyone I can text. I snap everyone I can snap. I watch everyone's stories. But please ditch it. And it's gonna be worth it, literally. It's not gonna run away, you know what I mean? Like, you have all summer to be on this stuff. Just do it for your own good. You don't need it. You're not missing out on anything. And yeah, because especially Snapchat, yeah, it shouldn't be. Let me tell you something right now. You should not be going to motives in year 11, and then you see all these posters and you send it to your friend, or your friend sends it to you, and it's like, oh, should we get, like, I'm gonna do it for you, do it. No motives, no socials. I'm begging you, please don't be that person who's going to every motive there is. There shouldn't even be any motives in year 11. Like, I don't know. I think some were arranged during my time. I'm not sure, but don't go. I didn't go to any year 11. I didn't go to any motives until this summer, literally. And I only went to one. You know? I mean, bear in mind, I'm also a Smash girl. I am on Smash. I'm not allowed anywhere. I'm not allowed anything. But, you know, just don't do it. Don't be that person. Stay off the green stuff. Stay off alcohol. Stay off everything. I don't know why people are still vaping and, you know, rolling up zoots in the back of the classroom. Please don't do that. I mean, if it makes you cope, I guess, but keep it to a limit. Please don't be a cokehead. Don't be a drug addict during GCSEs. I mean, unless, like, actually, I was going to give a devious advice, but I think I'll keep that for my TikTok content. So follow me on TikTok. It's _champagne mommy. It's the same name as I have on my YouTube channel. But yeah, just ditch as much as you can ditch. That's what I'm gonna say. And then back to ditching. No man, no girl. I'm telling you right now, you don't need no pom-pom. You don't need no, you know, you don't need it. Please don't start no situationships or relationships in year 11. I'm begging you, don't do it. You might think, oh, I'm gonna be fine. I won't be distracted. We can revise together. No, you won't. No, you won't. Because once you start fighting, you're not gonna be revising. If they break up with you, you're not gonna be revising. If I don't know, if Tyrese you know, posted a pic of Keisha in his story, you're not gonna be revising, you're gonna be crying your eyes out. No. You should only be crying over your subjects. You should be crying if you got something wrong and you don't know how to fix it. Not over man, not over gal. Please just don't be that person again. Don't be that person who's running out of the classroom crying over their significant other. Like, I'm laugh at you. I'm the kind of person to laugh at you. Just don't do it because you will regret it. It genuinely is a waste of time. And if it's meant to be, they will be there at the end of year 11. And then it will be worth it because you have a summer fling. And he doesn't have a little bit of a, you know, do you get what I mean? Like, I'm not going to say the words because I don't know who's watching this. But yeah, just no boys, no girls. And no drama. Don't start any fights with anyone. That's why I said don't beef anyone. It's just so unnecessary. Like, why are you doing that? And like, especially like, don't fight at school in year 11. You're going to get excluded. It's going to get on your record. Don't do that. It's not worth it. Because why are you fighting? Why are you even fighting? Like, you can say all you want to them, innit? Cuss out their mum and their dad, but don't get into physical fights. And if you're gonna cuss someone out, do it do it like in a way that it won't get you into too much trouble and it won't like last, you know? Like, engage in drama if it won't last. Like, if you have to, if you absolutely have to, but make sure it does not take up all of your mind, space, time. It's not worth it. You don't need that. You should, if you want to, like, what's it called, engage in drama, just read Macbeth or something. Like, read your text. That's enough drama. Like, the text should be your best friend in English literature. You should know them inside and out. You should read them as often as you can and just understand it every bit. Like, it should be your EastEnders, genuinely. Like, Macbeth, I love Macbeth. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was amazing. I loved it. There was drama, there was tension, there was everything. So yeah, just that should be your drama. And then you should be organized. I don't know, I feel like this is so self-explanatory. You should know where all your stuff is. You should know what to bring to school on what day. Don't be the kind of person you don't know what lessons you have. You don't know where your pen is. You don't know this, you don't know that. Please don't do that. It's embarrassing, okay? At home, get your, I mean, most people didn't have folders for GCSEs, but I did. But I'm extra, so yeah. You should know where everything is. You should have your past papers organized, you know, and printed out. You should have your specification. 100% invest in that. Please print out your specification or get a teacher to print it out for you. Know where it is. Know what you need to revise on what time, and like, you know, just know everything. Basically, be organized, be neat. Your room should be neat at all times. Mine wasn't. Mine really wasn't. If I can find pictures of like what my room used to look like during GCSEs, there was paper everywhere, but like, it was still an organized mess, you know? Like, I would look on the floor and I know where I just kept my chemistry past paper, you know? So if you're gonna be messy, make sure you're like messy in an organized way. We can still find everything. You shouldn't be losing anything valuable. And then the last thing that I'm going to leave you guys with is that you should create all your revision resources early. By that I mean notes, flashcards, what else? I don't even know. Whatever you guys use, make it early. I had a lot of stuff done in year 10 already, so year 11 wasn't that much of a drag. It was fine, you know, but yeah, like, you should not be going over any content by, I don't want to say the end of the year. So by December, you should know your content. But if you want to stretch it, I would say February. You know, you should know everything. You should not be making any more notes. You should not be making any more flashcards. You're just going over things. Active recall. Please don't start making new things. Like, it's not worth it. It's a waste of time. Just don't do that. You're gonna stress yourself out, and then you're gonna spend more time on you stressing out about not having your stuff ready than actually revising, and it's gonna affect you. You might think that it's not going to affect you, but it's going to affect you. And I would say, oh yeah, don't be the kind of person who's revising the night before in the morning. But I was that kind of person. I feel like everyone in my year was that kind of person. It's going to happen 100%, but like, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. you know, like it shouldn't be too much. Just going over stuff, fine, you know, it's a bit of a drag, but fine. But you shouldn't be learning the entire new content. That's what I mean. Please don't do that. And don't even bother. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's not. Make your life easy. Your 11 is all about making your life easy, please. Get your sleep in. Be hydrated. Eat. I wasn't eating. I was not eating. Please eat. Please sleep. You know, I want to say 8 hours, but most of the time, you're not going to get 8 hours. So, up for like 6. And 6 is still not good. You should get 8 because we're young, you know, and like our minds are quite vulnerable. So you just need to be healthy, really, which is very hard in year 11. I understand that, been through it, but yeah. Also at this point, I've received my GCSE results, guys, and did I do as well as I expected? No, but I had to sacrifice some things. Like, this is what I'm gonna tell you. Like, it will get to a point, unless you're like perfect at everything, where you need to sacrifice some subjects for others. For me, I sacrificed a lot for maths and I'd say French, because I was quite weak at maths. I was stuck on a 5 for like a long time. Like year 10, year 11, I was stuck on a 5. I ended up getting a 7 in the real thing. I'm so happy. And for some people, a 7 might be like really bad, but for me, I tried, you know, and I got a 9 in French, because French just means a lot to me. So, and for that, I had to sacrifice other stuff like geography, sociology, you know. So yeah, you need to prioritize your subjects, definitely. Obviously, always put your core subjects first, but you know, I know sometimes that's just not gonna happen. So yeah, what you know that you really need for your future, put it first, work hard towards it, even if it means you might need to neglect some things, especially if you have like exams on the same day. Like, I remember for every geography exam, I had a science exam, and obviously I would put the science exam first. I'll make sure I know all my content first. I practice all I can for that first. So yeah, I ended up getting a 6 in geography, even though I was predicted an 8, even a 9 actually. But I don't really care about geography. I'll be so real. I don't care. But yeah, if you want to see my grades, let me know. I'll probably put up my socials. And yeah, I think that's it for today. So guys, stay blessed. I hope you've got all your stuff ready for school, and yeah, just enjoy the little bit of summer you have left. Bye.